All right, this has been a long time coming, but I'm actually doing it this time. I will be hosting a tournament after having a couple of ideas shot down and one that just kind of didn't come to fruition. We're actually doing it this time. Now I'm going to be going over the highlights in this video, but for the full rules and everything pertaining to the tournament, check the description. There will be a link to the forum post that I'll be putting on the Fortune Alliance Forever forums. So check the description there for the full rules, but I'm going to be hitting the highlights kind of in this video / announcement. So first, format. This will be a 2v2 tournament. Players will be divided in half based on their ranking. The higher rated players will then be drafting a lower rated player as their partner. The lower rated player, the lowest rated of the higher rated players will pick first from the lower rated players, and it will go up the line from there. So for example, if the lower bracket, or if the lower list of lower players goes from 700 to, let's say, 1100, and the list of higher rated players goes from 1200 to, let's say, 1700, then the 1200 rated player will draft first, and then it will move from the upper edge of the ranking. Hopefully I'm doing a decent job of explaining that. Check the forum post if you're not sure, or reach out to me directly if you're confused, because I'm probably really bad at explaining things. For those of you that have been around for a while, this is very similar to the Teammate and Me tournaments. I really liked that tournament, and I believe that this particular tournament format rewards a couple of things outside of just being good at the game, which is why I want to do it, because I want to encourage other things within the community. So it will reward players based on some of the more soft skills. So it will reward higher rated players on their ability to coach their lower rated counterpart. It will reward the lower rated players on their ability to have a little bit of humility and be coached, and overall teamwork in general. And I think that all three of those things, the ability to help a lower rated player, the ability to have humility and recognize that you're not the God's gift to this game, and overall teamwork in general, are all three things that would be great if we could have more of in the game. I don't think you can ever get enough of those three things. This will be a double elimination format. The winner's bracket will be played as best of threes. Loser's bracket will be played as best of ones until the semifinal, which will be a best of three. Finals will be played as a best of five. So the maps. Up until the quarterfinals, games will be played on Neuroxis map generator with the settings that are listed on the screen. And again, refer back to the forum post if you forget. Quarterfinals will be played on these maps in the order that I'm going, in the respective order. Badlands version 4, Adaptive Gorniak, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Via 3 Protectorate. Then semifinals will be played on these maps in this order: Bermuda Locket, the FAF version, Certus Major, the FAF version, and Pelagial, I believe. Finals will be played on Drunken Beetles Dance, the FAF version, Wonder Open, the 5v5 version, Shoal, Mentor, and lastly with Sentence Clutch, the FAF version. Now I've listed out the slots that every player is supposed to be loading into in the forum post, so double check that, but those are going to be the maps. How to register. There will be a Google form in the description where you can enter your FAF name, rating, Discord name, including the hashtag at the end. So for instance, my Discord name is, I think, the Duelist hashtag 5055. So make sure that you're including the hashtag and the digits that come after that in addition to your regular name, and a preferred email address. Upon registration, I will send you a link to a Discord server where we will do drafting and coordination for the game. For the games, I've included the email address as a backup just in case I can't find you on Discord, so that way I can at least get you on email, and I'll send you the link to the actual Discord server. So going over some general logistics, the biggest thing we need to go over is when the games will actually happen. So this is going to be different than I think pretty much every other tournament I've ever seen in Fortune Alliance Forever. The games are going to be played over 30 days. Depending on how many people sign up, I might extend this or shrink it depending on how many people sign up. And this will start 2 days after registration closes. Those 2 days between when registration closes and when the games start, that will be the drafting period. I'll be messaging each of the players on the higher level bracket to see who their draft pick is and be updating my spreadsheet accordingly. The registration will close at noon on May 4th. So you've got about 2 weeks to register if you're interested in doing this. I'm doing it this way so that players from multiple geographies can compete and work on times to coordinate. During the Teammate and Me tournament, some of my Australian friends that competed got up at like, I think 1 a.m. to play. And that's, you know, pretty unreasonable, I think, to expect players to be waking up at like 1 or midnight or something like that, and then playing until 9 o'clock in the morning, and then going to work or something even like that. So this should ideally help with that and make things a lot more flexible. This is actually how a lot of RTSs do their tournaments. They don't actually do every single thing crammed into 8 or 9 hours, which also is just very draining for the players. I was exhausted at the end of the last tournament that I played with Penguin, where it was like 9 hours worth of play. So it will be up to each player to refer to the bracket. The bracket will be hosted on Challenge and coordinate a time to play the games assigned. Every player should be listed in the Discord, so you'll be able to find them and message them directly to coordinate a time to actually play, where your team can play against their team. If for whatever reason you can't find the player, let me know and I'll work something out. Now, if you win a series, message me the replay IDs for the games played so that I can verify they were on the correct maps, correct players, etc., and then verify the actual win. Then I'll update the bracket and you can move on, reach out and start coordinating with your next team. Now, in the event that the opposing team does not respond in 48 hours, so you've been trying to coordinate a time to play the game, the opposing team has just been quiet and dark for 48 hours, send me screenshots of you trying to get a hold of them over Discord, and you'll get a bye to the next round, assuming I can verify that you actually gave them 48 hours to respond. So that being said, everybody should be incentivized to respond and coordinate a time to play. The prize pool. So the prize pool will be $400 total, $200 from the money that I've made off of YouTube. One of my promises whenever I monetized the channel was that money I made from YouTube was going back into the community. So thank you all for being so awesome and supporting me. The other half is being donated by somebody passionate about the game and wants to see more content on YouTube. I'm also working on getting some badges for the winning team within the FAF clients, but the jury is still out on that one, so stay tuned on that. Speaking of seeing more content, I will be casting from the quarterfinals onward in the tournament. So look out for those games on my channel. I will cast all of them. So it is very important that you send me the replay IDs so that I can actually find the games to cast them. I'll see if I can loop in some other co-casters as well for maybe the semis and the finals, but that is what I'll be casting. Anything that I've missed will be in the forum post linked below, because I threw this script together and now I'm realizing that I need to go and write the forum post. So if you guys are interested, link to register is in the Google form in the description below, and I hope to see you all there. Peace.